Hello and welcome to the game room, Earl's Game Room. I thought I'd do what am I doing? A stay-at-home vlog, kinda. I started to do it out in the shed, but it's so cold. Mulliker. All right, so COVID-19, it freaked me out. I mean, it still freaks me out. Part of what freaked me out was, I think what's freaking everybody else out is how other people are handling it, which makes me keep thinking that, like, the lesson here is how shall we as a community handle things like this in the future, or continue to handle this. Like, I think it comes down to, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. Like, this is why I don't know how to sail. Well, actually, I've been sailing. I kind of know some things, but what I like about that is you have control of your boat a little bit. Everything else not only is outside of your control, but really likely to be unpredictable. So you just have yourself to rely upon. And one of the things that this made me think of is I've had the impulse over and over again to buy property. And I found some places that were really reasonable and that I could actually afford to buy flat out from a trusted source. And I didn't do it. Partly why I didn't do it was because of the distance. It was a good distance. But now I'm thinking that still would have been a smart move. And when I think about that, why I think about having property is why I think about the importance of having a large savings account, and why I often, when I go shopping, like, I'm not a prepper, but it seems like it, because often when I go shopping, I see things and I thought, like, when I first bought my house, I bought enough toilet paper for what turned out to be about 3 years. Not because I thought about it. I just thought, if I buy a bunch of toilet paper right now, I don't have to do it again for a while. And the same thing happens with, like, coffee or pasta or lots of things that I buy. Like, my freezer's full, and there was a while there where actually I have another freezer. There's another while there where that freezer was full too. I didn't go shopping forever. It's just my personality. But it occurred to me that if, like, right now I'm lucky enough to take some time away from work, and I watch what's happening to other people that don't have the luxury to just be able to leave their work, or their work doesn't exist right now and they're in a bad place. And it occurred to me, like my house right now, everything's going really good with that. My savings is really good. All my capabilities are really good. But it's kind of just like when I end up buying, like, 3 extra pounds of coffee or 6 extra pounds of coffee, which I'm likely to do. I just keep thinking about, like, well, what if you get pushed back a little bit? You can't go shopping for a while. It's nice to have a bunch of extra coffee. What if you get pushed back a little bit? You can't work. Well, that's nice to have some extra savings. And what if you get pushed back to, I might always worry about losing this house. Always worried about it. If I bought property, then, like, the property tax, I can't remember. I'm going to guess and just say the property tax I saw on one particular plot of land was, for a year, it was, I don't know, less than $250 for a year property tax. It might have been way less than that. I can't remember. I just remember thinking, like, how far in advance can you pay off your property taxes? I'm like, what if I just pay that off for 100 years? But you probably can't, because it changes over time. But it occurred to me, like, now, like, taking a bunch of time off, it'd kind of be nice just to get out of the city. Why not? And if I bought land that was like 3 hours away, but I'm not going to be working for a couple weeks, and why not drive there? Be by yourself. Get to those books that you finally put out there, and, like, so eventually, and maybe I could do it beforehand, but eventually I will want to sell this house, right? Or rent it out or something. And then it'd be nice if I had property already that I could put a mobile home on, like slowly work it up to having like utilities or something the equivalent of. Like, I don't know. I think that this thing is an excellent example of problem solving, an excellent window into your mind and how you think, you know, how this is affecting you right now. It might be shining lights into places of your life that wouldn't get a light shown upon them unless you were feeling like this was a crisis, you know? And then, like, something that I deny myself, for instance, like, you know, buying some property, buying some land, something that's like, well, what am I saving up the money for? I'm saving up the money in case I lose my house or something like that. But, like, if that's might be on the table anyway, like, it might be good to have a backup plan. You know, I buy some land, it's bought. I buy a mobile home, it's paid for. I need to retreat from this house, as in, like, you know, put the house on the market, sell it, get rid of all my unvaluable possessions and only collect the few valuable possessions I have, and go to my property, live in my mobile home. I did make one 6 minutes. I did make one irrational decision that was fine. I took some time off work, and then I saw something that frightened me, and so I took some additional time off work, which is fine, but I did it based on that I was scared. Hardly any thinking involved. Just that scared me, and I had the ability to step back, you know, like home, you know, home sequester or whatever. Just like, I'm just gonna go home, man. I'm going to go home, and I'm not coming out for like a week. And I realized that was irrational. Like, that if you get sick, it's not because of what's going to happen today necessarily. If I'm thinking about something today, it's probably something that happened a while ago. Like, you know, I would have been exposed a while ago, and it just takes a while to feel the effects. So, but, you know, I got scared. You got scared, you protect yourself, because, you know, that's not such a bad knee-jerk reaction to have. And I had the ability to do it, so. So I'm going back to work this week. I'm concerned about it, but I'm concerned about it kind of like I'm concerned about being in a car accident. Like, the more often you're exposed to people, the more likely you're going to get sick. The more often you're out on the road, the more likely you're going to be in a car accident. You can only do so much. You can't just say, I mean, I'd love to, no more cars, or no more using the street, is what I mean. And you can't just say, I'm just going to decide not to expose myself to a huge amount of humanity unless you've spent a long time working your way that direction. And I have not done that. So I'm not the kind of person that could work at home. No education, no training, no skills. I guess I hadn't thought about it, though, that this kind of thing, going to having a pandemic where I haven't experienced anything like this. A little bit, swine flu and shit. But I've never seen humanity act like this. And so it is shining lights into dark corners that I didn't realize were there. And it is shining lights inside me to my own behavior. What I might do if I'm scared. Like I got scared and made a quick decision. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. And did it. Like, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of thinking involved. I just got frightened. So after having these lights shined in these different directions, I start thinking like, well, what is a reasonable and thought out response to this and the future? Which is, you know, time well spent thinking along things like that, as opposed to going to the store and trying to buy more toilet paper. I went one place, when I went to go, I did my big shop, and I went one place, 10 minutes, oh my God. Went one place, and they'd only let me buy a little bit of chicken. And then, this might be another knee-jerk reaction, but part of my mind was like, the reason I buy chicken is for both me and my dog, so I tend to buy more than ordinary. And I went to another place that was selling whole chickens for 99 cents a pound. Just bought like 6 of them, or 7 of them. And I realized that each one is about a day and a half of food. I've gotten really good at cooking them too. All right. I hope you guys are safe. Don't do anything stupid, folks. All right. Malt liquor.